desire to reach across the aisle and work together on this, because I think we can all agree that early education is really important for kids, for parents and for our society. So I say to the member of Nichols, get on board. Get on board with our call for a minimum wage increase. Get on board with our better pay, secure jobs bill to ensure that we can have multi-employer bargaining. I say to him, get on board with our free TAFE places and get on board with our 20,000 additional university places for those jobs in critical skills areas. So we do have a plan and we think that the coalition should get on board. But I want to thank the member for Moncrieff for this bill, because it gives us an opportunity to talk about the critical reform that the Albanese Labor government is bringing in to ensure that childcare is more affordable for more families. And it is a plan and a strategy that the then opposition leader committed to at the very beginning when he spoke in his budget reply speech about how important this piece of policy is for us. And we just want to remind those opposite about the increasing costs of childcare that they oversaw. 41% in 8 years. That meant that it was more expensive for families. They were having to make decisions about the number of days that they would work on whether or not to go back to work at all. But we want to make sure that we are making childcare more affordable, because we know it is good for kids because they get access to that great early education. It's good for families because parents can decide to go back to work or pick up additional days, and it's good for our economy because of the increased productivity. And critical to that is that early educators are absolutely critical to that. And I do welcome the Coalition's recent desire to make the industry more attractive to our early educators. It's just a shame that they didn't show that interest when they were in government, because they are right, we are facing a workforce shortage in the early education sector. But it's not something that has come about in the last 6 months since we've been in government. This is a workforce shortage and it has been brewing for quite some time. If we look at the qualifications that are required to be an early educator, Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Early Childhood Education, 4 years full-time, Cert 3 in Early Childhood Education and Care, 1 year full-time. So even if on the 22nd of May we did everything we could to attract more early educators to the sector, we still wouldn't have them in there at this point. The reforms that need to happen to attract more people into this industry needed to happen years ago. And what are some of those key reforms that would have made it more attractive to early childhood educators? Is to increase their wages. You would think that's a simple proposition, an increase to the minimum wage. They refuse to back that. Having multi-employer bargaining to ensure that our early educators were able to bargain for better pay and conditions. You would think that would be a simple proposition for them to back. Again, failed to back that. So when they want to talk about the workforce shortage in early childhood education, where is the actions that match their rhetoric? It has gone missing. But I do want to thank them for some of the plans that we have now starting to put in place to attract early educators to the sector. Some of the plans that they had created, just that they never implemented. And they are now part of our National Children's Education, Care and Workforce Strategy Implementation and Evaluation Plan. And part of that will be practical steps and action to support the attraction, retention and improve the quality and sustainability of the workforce in this sector long term. And we are also delivering almost 1,500 additional university places for early education teachers and fee-free TAFE places. And this is what is going to make a real practical difference to the sector.